We're going to learn loads of different sakhiyan. Hopefully some of them that you guys will remember forever. You'll be able to, take them within yourself and remember them whenever you need to, and connect to them. So before we do start, I always love to do at least 3 Mool Mantras and 5 Gur Mantra jobs together, just to get us all onto the right track, help us concentrate, help us clear our mind from any of the stresses that you had today from going to school and hearing your teachers complain to you about revising. So let's all come together, let's close our eyes, we'll blah fateh and then we'll get started, okay? Okay, perfect. Let's all close our eyes together. I'll lead and then just read along with me. Okay. Satnam Sri Vaheguru Sahib Ji Ek Onkar Satnam Karta Purkh Nirpau Nirvair Akal Murat Ajuni Sapang Gur Prasad Jap Ad Sach Jugad Sach Happy Sach Nanak Hosi Pi Sach Ek Onkar Satnam Karta Purkh Nirpau Nirvair Akal Murat Ajuni Sapang Gur Prasad Jap Ad Sach Jugad Sach Happy Sach Nanak Hosi Pi Sach Ek Onkar Satnam Karta Purkh Nirpau Nirvair Akal Murat Ajuni Sapang Gur Prasad Jap Ad Sach Jugad Sach Happy Sach Nanak Hosi Pi Sach Vaheguru 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 Ji Ka Khalsa Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I hope that was nice. I felt it to be quite relaxing. So we'll make a start. I might stand up, I might sit down, it depends. I walked a lot yesterday, so I feel a bit tired. But I'll do a quick, brief introduction to myself. So you may have already seen me, some of you may not have seen me. My name is Jasneet Kaur. I am a recent law graduate and I'm studying the BPC, the bar practice course, to become a barrister. And I also did, some of the other Badis have come before as well to do previous talks. And they did the Sikhi Vidyala course for 6 months. So I was with them and did the course as well. And with that, and with Maharaj's Kirpa, we were able to work on a course delivered at Wolverhampton, where I'm from, at one of our local Gurugars, going through all of the Ihas for Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji. And then because the Shaheedi Purab is coming up as well, we decided to cover the Shaheedi. So with that, I'm going to be going through all of the slides. There's a lot of Itihas to cover. I have split it up, but that means I won't be able to go into as much detail. But I will give you all the references that you need, and I'll push you towards the right direction if you do want to do that extra research. So we'll make a start. I do have these worksheets printed out. It's just the one. My printer was not working today. So you guys can look at these if you want, but I will get it ready for you for next week. We've sent it in the group chat anyway. If you want to print it out yourself, your printer's probably way better than mine. So what we're going to do is we're going to cover, for part 1, we're going to cover the background and context behind Guru Sahib Ji's Shaheedi. Guru Sahib Ji then receiving the letter from Aurangzeb to visit them, and them travelling all the way to Delhi and then past Delhi to Agra. We're going to go through the specific reason as to why, and then we're going to see all the different people that Guru Sahib visited on their travels to Delhi. We'll get up to that point by part 1. Hopefully, we'll be able to cover that much. And then the next part will be when Guru Sahib actually arrive in Delhi, what happens, their interaction with Aurangzeb, and then also the actual Shaheedi itself. So we'll cover the Shaheedi of their 3 companions, and then we'll also cover Guru Sahib Ji Shaheedi in itself, and then what happens after, because what happens after is it's beautifully written by Gaviji in their Gatha as well. So this was the course that we did in Wolverhampton. You can see here it was split up in 5 to 6 sessions, but we're going to try and squash it into 2 sessions. So these are the sources. The main source that we've looked at is Sri Guru Pratap Suraj Prakash, specifically Ras 12. So if you wanted to listen to the Gatha, you definitely could. There's other resources that I've used. I will point them out to you, but for the most bit, it's Suraj Prakash that we're going to be looking at. Then the Gatha. So obviously, for those of you who are familiar with basics of Sikhi, who have seen the video so far, the animated story, it's really nice, isn't it? They've looked at all the sources as well that I've looked at. And even while preparing for this, I would listen to the video over and over again to refresh my memory. So it's a really good video. And then Basics of Sikhi are actually doing weekly Gatha as well. So Gyani Jeevan Pal Singh Ji have looked at Suraj Prakash itself, and they've done English Gatha. So whenever you're free, if you're washing dishes sometimes, or if you go for long drives, then definitely I'd say just put this on as a playlist. It's so detailed. Kaviji go into so much detail, but little bits of Guru Sahib Ji's Itihas. It's so beautiful to listen to. So if you wanted to listen to it, if you wanted to go one step further and listen to it in Punjabi, you could definitely listen to it on Gurmat Vichar. And I'll put you through the right direction on the group chat and how to access that. But we'll get started. There's, again, a worksheet as well. But if you do want to look at it, I can pass it around. But you can use it properly next week. So we'll get straight into it. Why specifically was it that Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji had to give the ultimate sacrifice for Hindus? So this was already pre-written. So you can see throughout the Gatha, it's going to be mentioned where people constantly question Guru Sahib, what was the need for you to come? We can handle the Mughals. What's the need for you to give your life? You don't need to do this. Why are you putting yourself through so much pain and dukh? And this is because it was written all from the start. So Mata Nanaki Ji is Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji's mother. And Mata Nanaki Ji had 2 other, so Mata Nanaki Ji's husband were Tan Sri Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji Maharaj. They had 3 wives who also had their children. Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji was the youngest out of all of them. And Mata Nanaki Ji, seeing all the children playing and seeing how they interact with their father, she noticed that Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji had almost a separate type of, unique type of love with their youngest son, Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji, and they were the closest with their youngest son. So she was very fond of this, but she was also curious as to why that was. So one day she asked her husband, and she asked, oh my beloved husband, why is it the case that I can see that you're very, very close with your youngest son? Don't you think that your other sons will almost get jealous or they'll start to question? And Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji said, no, this is for a specific reason, but you'll realize in the future. And Mata Nanaki Ji kept on nagging Guru Sahib, kept on asking, no, please tell me. So they said, okay, if you're going to carry on asking me, I'll give you a little bit of what's to come in the future. So they say that your husband is going to be the person who is going to save the Hindu faith, is going to save Dharam itself. And they're going to save the Hindu Dharam when it's on the verge of collapsing, when none of it is going to be left. Everyone's going to be crying, everyone's going to be pleading for help. So their sacrifice is going to echo all over the world. And then as they said that, they gave a ramal to their wife. And as they gave the white ramal to their wife, they said, on the 9th throne, your son will become the next guru. So they almost prophesied what was about to happen. And Mata Nanaki Ji was shocked hearing this, but hearing that from her husband was the confirmation that she needed. So I'm not sure whether you guys have already been through the other sessions that other people have put on the other pracharaks, but we've gone through the troubles that Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji went through with their with their other family members, trying to always put them down. And Mata Nanaki Ji, seeing all the chaos happening in Bagala, she knew at that point that no, my son is very, very special, and it is my son that is going to be the next Guru. So this is kind of the strength that she needed to kind of push Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji out towards the Sangat. And this is what essentially was the prophecy towards Guru Sahib's sacrifice. So we're going to go, so you guys have seen kind of the backstory now of everything. I'm going to take you now to the Mughal Empire at the time. So the Mughal Empire was very, very strong. It was very, very powerful. And the head of the Mughal Empire was Aurangzeb. So who's heard of Aurangzeb? Put your hand up. Okay, perfect. So Aurangzeb was a Muslim and he was very, very fond of Prophet Muhammad, obviously the leader of the Islam religion. So Prophet Muhammad had founded Islam all the way in Mecca, all the way in the Arabian countries. Aurangzeb is obviously a Turk who has moved to Hindustan and completely, he's ruled over all of Hindustan, but the main population is Hindus at the time. He wants to change that. So what he wants to do, he wants to convert all of Hindustan to Islam because he wants to copy what Prophet Muhammad has done. He's thinking what Prophet Muhammad was able to complete in the northeast, in the west, I want to do in the east. So he kind of wants to copy it. And he wants to bring Sharia law into Hindustan as well. So he's thinking to himself, how am I able to do this? How am I going to convert as many people as possible? And what he did was he realized that if I manage to convert the head people, the head bosses, the top of the top, it's going to be easy peasy to convert everybody else. And the top of the top at that point were the Kashmiri Brahmins. Specifically Kashmir as well, because if you look at the border, Kashmir covers, obviously back in the day it was all one country, but Kashmir is the closest to the Arabian countries, but it's that link between the Arabian countries and Hindustan. And also the Kashmiri Brahmins themselves were the most clever, were the most rich, they had the most influence, they were the scholars of the time. So Aurangzeb thought to himself, if I'm able to convert these people, then easy peasy, all of the other Brahmins all over Hindustan are going to convert. So what he did was he sent a letter. We'll go into more of Aurangzeb's plan next week, obviously, because of timing. What he's actually done is not out of nowhere. He's done this slowly, slowly, slowly. It's been his plan from day one, and he's done loads of different things in order to achieve this. So here, for example, I've written he stopped any Gita recitations, he ordered forced conversions, and he also ruined loads of Hindu temples as well, loads of mandirs as well. He completely demolished them. So this is a slow thing that's happening. But what he does is he realizes, okay, I need to hit Kashmir now. How am I going to hit Kashmir? And how he hits Kashmir is he writes a letter to the governor of Kashmir. So do you know how every constituency you have like an MP? So you have it for like Wolverhampton, you have it for Birmingham, different MPs or different, for example, mayors. So you had one for Kashmir as well, and his name was Sher Afghan. So what he does is he writes a letter to Sher Afghan, he writes his proposal, he writes his plan, and he says, whatever happens, you need to make sure that the Brahmins of Kashmir convert. However you want to do this, but do it with love first. Blackmail them, give them land, give them money, give them women, give them everything that they could ask for. And then hopefully they should be able to convert. They should be easy peasy be able to come into the Islam faith. Obviously that didn't happen because the Brahmins were very, very rigid in their dharma. They were very steadfast. They were very, very strong. So when they were, when Sher Afghan tried to lure them in, they didn't listen. So with that, they refused, and Sher Afghan was almost embarrassed, and he didn't know what to do. So he's gone, he's thinking, you know what, if I do this, I'm going to get this promotion. Aurangzeb is going to be so happy with me, but then it doesn't go to plan. So now he's thinking, okay, what am I going to do? And what happens is, Aurangzeb writes him a second letter. So do you know when your mom asks you to wash the dishes, and you say, yeah, I'll do it, I promise, I'll do it. And then she goes, make sure you clean your whole room before I come back. And you said, yeah, easy peasy, mom's coming back in an hour or two. Easy peasy, got enough time. Next thing you know, she's coming into the drive, you can see the lights coming, and you realize you haven't done anything. What do? You start running around, you start blaming your siblings, you start getting angry. That's exactly what happened to Sher Afghan. So he's thinking to himself, I'm trying, but the Brahmins are not converting. Now Aurangzeb is on my back again, and he's writing me letters. So he reads the letter, he gets very angry, And he converts that anger into violence. And he's thinking, okay, that's it. Round as many Hindus as you can, we're going to forcefully convert all of them. And that's what he does. He goes into the areas, the kind of poorer areas, like the villages near the mountains. And you know the armed Hindus, that's who he starts converting. But he doesn't convert them just by asking them. He grabs all of them, he forcefully converts all of them. He makes them, for example, eat halal meat. He tells them to read the Quran. And Gabiji has written here that as he's doing this, he's making a note of it. He's documenting every single person that he's converting. And with Hindu Brahmins, what they wear is something called a janeu. It's like a little small taga. So you know how I have a gatra on? It's a similar way, those who are very, very devout will wear like a little taga called a janeu. But the thing is, it's very, very thin. It's like a taga, right? And Kabiji has written here, the amount of people that he converted was equal to a whole pile of janeus weighing 50 kilograms. So who weighs, I think a Gargar Singh weighs 50 kilograms. No, he does not weigh 50, maybe like way less. 2 Gargar Singhs, right, together, if we were to lift them up, that's the amount of janeus that they collected from the people. That's the amount of people that they converted. So that's why I've made a cute little AI picture for you to see. I know it's traumatic what I'm talking about, but the picture you can see, it's a massive pile of just taga, and that's the amount of people that he converted. So that's the amount of violence that was occurring at the time. So he does write this back to Aurangzeb and he makes an account for it. And what Sher Afghan then does, so he's managed to violently convert all these people. He then brings that to the Kashmiri Brahmins, the top of the top. He brings them into his court and he says, listen, you guys weren't willing to convert, were you? But look what I've managed to do. I've managed to convert the people that listen to you guys. So your time is up. It's ready for you to accept Islam, or whatever I've done to them, I'm going to do exactly to you guys. So the choice is yours. So just as a show of hands, what would you guys do at that point? Who would be like, yeah, okay, that's it now. I'm done. I've got nothing less to say, nothing less to do. Thank you so much. Who would do that? I would. Easy peasy. I would know what to do. Who would try to run away? Come on, be honest. Who would try to run away? Okay. Who would try to be clever about it and try and figure something out, try to be those people to convince the Mughals at the time, maybe try to compromise? Okay, we have some people here that are very good at talking and compromising, very good. Okay, so the people who said the last bit are very similar to what the Kashmiri Pandits actually did. So they all came together. One brilliant thing about them is they didn't rush to any decisions. They took their time. They thought, this is what we should do as well. Anytime we get stressed, don't go straight into blaming people. Don't go straight into crying, huffing, puffing. Take a step back and think, okay, what are we going to do? So they all stand together as a group, all of them. They go back and they think, what are we going to do? And they think to themselves, okay, best thing to do right now is to ask for time. What we need is time. We need time to gather our resources. We need time to, protect ourselves. And we need time to think about what our next plan is going to be. So they go to Sher Afghan and they ask for time. How much time? They ask for 6 months. So they ask for a grace period and they say to Sher Afghan, please give us this amount of time. If we don't come back to you with an answer, and if we don't come back to you, with what you want, then you can do whatever you want to us. You can convert us, you can kill us, whatever you want to do. Okay, why they ask for 6 months is in the next slide. So they all go, they all meet again, they have another meeting and they all gather their resources and they run off to the mountains. They go to a mountain called Amarnath. So one thing I forgot to mention, we're actually going to do a quiz. Oopsies, I should have mentioned that. But we'll see, timing-wise, we might do a quiz next week. So what I'll do is, for the course I did loads of different quizzes. We'll do one big, massive, combined one. Have you guys used Blue Clip before? Yeah. Is it your favourite? Do you like it? Yeah. Okay, thank God. Okay. I'm not very good with that, but one of the Bajis made it for me. Thank you so much. So we will use that at the end, okay? We'll do it at the end. So all of these little details, for example, asking for 6 months, Sher Afghan, going to Amarnath mountains, you need to know all of these little details, okay? So they go to Amarnath mountain and they go to pray to their God because they think, okay, do you know, like when you've got a test coming up and you think, I haven't revised, I don't know what I'm doing. Mere haath khare hai, I've got nothing to do. Tell me honestly, what do you guys start doing?
Start reading books.
You start what?
Reading books.
Reading books?
Yeah.
No, you didn't. That's a lie. You start reading books.
No, like to revise.
Okay, think about it. Your exam is in like an hour. You've woken up. You have not revised. What are you going to do? Are you going to start revising? What are you going to do? Say that again? Badam. That's clever. That's clever. That's if your mom prepares them for you the night before. That when you're going to have badam, right? I don't remember you. I don't think you're going to be peeling the badam before you go to school. Come on, guys. What do you guys do? Be honest. I know every single one of you do this. Hanji Paji.
Only thing is to pray then.
Pray. See? Each and every one of you are going to go do ardas on you. Each and every one of you are going to go to your mom as well and say, Mom, do ardas for me. Mom, please do bad for me. Each and every one of you are going to be either listening or reading Japji Sahib Bard on the way to school, aren't you? Yeah? I know that for a fact because I've been your age and I still do it to this day. Every time I'm in trouble and I think, that's it, I've tried everything, I couldn't do it. Even today, I knew I was going to be late. What did I do? I did Bard in the car. So, that's exactly what the Kashmiri Pandits did. They thought, that's it. We've got nothing else that we can do. The best thing that we can do now is pray to our God, and their God was called Shivji. Who's seen a picture of Shivji before? Who recognizes Shivji? Yes. So, they thought, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to either pray and hope for a miracle, or we're going to have to give our life. But there's no way that we're going to convert. They were that steadfast, they thought to themselves, no way we're going to convert. So they go all the way to the mountains, and all they do is straight Bard for 8 days straight. So they start doing singing and praises of Shivji, and they start crying to Shivji. They don't eat. This is how strict they were. They didn't eat, they didn't sleep, they didn't drink any water, they didn't rest. They stood up the whole time, and all they did was straight Bard. And they said, in the Gatha, they mentions that they say different words for Shivji. So sometimes they call them Brid, sometimes they call them Shambhu, they call them all different words. Like for example, how we have different words for Akal Purkh Waheguru. We'll say Guru Sahib, we'll say Waheguru, we'll say Parameshwarji, we'll have loads of different words. They used all the different words they could use, and they're crying as this is happening in the Gatha. If you listen to it, it's in so much detail. Some people are fainting, they're passing out because they're not eating, they don't have enough nutrients. So they're doing this for 8 days straight. And they're waiting for a miracle. And that miracle does come. So there's different sources that mention different ways that this happens. In this source, Shivji, what they do is they send a letter down to the mountain in the morning. Because they're praying, they see the letter in the afternoon. And that letter, the head Pandit, his name was Pandit Kirparam, he reads the letter, and the letter says that only the Jagat Guru of this world is able to help you. Unfortunately, I can't do anything to help you. So imagine praying and praying and praying to your Guru, to your God, and they say to you, sorry, not sorry, I can't do anything, I'm sorry about that. But the big boss, that's the person that you should go to. So, thankfully, Pandit Kirpanam knew who the Jagat Guru was. Jagat Guru as in who is the Guru Sahib, who is the person on the throne of Tan Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. That is Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Maharaj at that time. So, the other Pandits had no idea what was going on. They're thinking, who is Shivji mentioning? Who are we going to go to? Who is the person that's going to save us? Pandit Kirparam remembered, I know who that is. Why do I know? Because Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji visited Kashmir at one point, and they visited and they spread all of their beautiful teachings to the Sangat. And with that, they told all of the history to do with Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji, Guru Har Rai Sahib Ji, Guru Har Krishna Sahib Ji, then Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji. Then all the Pandits, they all agreed, you know what, this is the person that we need to go to. And in the letter, Shivji wrote themselves, please, whatever happens, don't starve yourself, don't, drink water, have food, make sure you rest, and go see the Jagat Guru. Go see Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji. They're the one that can save you. So that's exactly what they do. They grab their stuff. Again, I feel bad for them. All they're doing is grabbing their stuff constantly and going and going. So they grab the other Brahmins as well, 500 of them, and then they head out for Punjab. So the Pandit Kirparam Ji know that the Guru Sahib at the time has to be in Punjab. So they all head out to Punjab, and I got beautiful ChatGPT AI to make a beautiful map for me, so you guys can see that. Hopefully it's accurate, it should be somewhat accurate, but you'll be able to see like their little journey, and in the Qatha it's written all the different places that they pass. So 500 of them all together, they pass 2 different rivers. So first they get to first they get to Amritsar Sahib, and they go, and all of the Masons, all of the Sangat at the time, they all say, listen, I know you wanted to see Guru Sahib, but Guru Sahib aren't in Amritsar at the moment. Guru Sahib are actually in Anandpur Sahib, so you need to go further on to go see Guru Sahib there. And they go and they do that, and they pass all the way. You can see them passing around here at the bottom, and they finally arrive to Anandpur Sahib. So when they arrive in Anandpur Sahib, they bring gifts with them. I want you guys to guess on the board. I put some clues up. What gifts do you think they bring to Guru Sahib? Look at the pictures on the board. Shout them out. Come on. Next to the picture there, what are the 2 things there?
Apples.
Apples. Kashmiri apples. Beautiful Kashmiri apples. What else? What else is next to the apples? Shawl. Well done. Kashmiri shawl. Beautiful shawl like I have one here. So they bring apples and they bring a shawl to Guru Sahib. And they don't go straight in. Every time, like for example, when we go to Matha Tegh, we have to do the necessary things. We have to take our shoes off, we have to wash our hands, we have to technically have permission to go to the Bar Sahib. Same way, they were at the door and they asked the person who was the Bahadur at the door that, listen, we're here to see Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji, or we're here to see whoever is on the throne of Guru Nanak Dev Ji at the time. So they said, okay, that's absolutely fine. Guru Sahib are in their inner quarters, but we'll bring them in. So then they go to see Guru Sahib, they get darshan of Guru Sahib, they Matha Tegh, and they do ustat of Guru Sahib. And then Guru Sahib are the all-knower, right? So do you think Guru Sahib, they already know what's going on? They already know, right? So Guru Sahib then asks the Pandits, they say, it's so nice to see you, so amazing to see you here, but why are you here specifically? Are you here for a specific reason? You have so many Sikhs that live in Kashmir, so much Sangat. Why have you guys just come on your own? Is there a specific reason? And the Pandits at this point are almost crying in tears. And they say to Guru Sahib, you already know the dukh that we're going through. You already know the pain that we're going through. Please don't put us through the pain by explaining it. You already know everything that's happening to us. And then the leader, Pandit Kirparam, what they do is the letter that Shivji gives to them, they present it to Guru Sahib themselves. And they say, Guru Sahib, please just read it for yourself, you'll understand what's happening. And as Guru Sahib are reading it, they're telling them everything that they've gone through, all the pain that they've gone through, all the killings that have happened in Kashmir. So now, what happens is they say that Guru Sahib, you're the only person that can help us, please. We've been told that, you are our only hope. And we've come to you, we don't have anything else, we don't have anyone else to save us, please, you're the only person that can save us. And at this point now, Guru Sahib, they go silent because Guru Sahib are thinking about what to do. So Guru Sahib are thinking about the Mughal Empire, and they're thinking about how many atrocities Aurangzeb has committed. So specifically, he's thinking about the Mughal Empire because Tantan Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj was the one who allowed the Mughal Empire in the first place to flourish. When Guru Nanak Dev Ji was on the throne, which Mughal emperor was in charge at the time? Does anyone know? Yes. Babur, yes. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji gave Babur the throne and allowed it to flourish, but under one condition. He said to Babur, the Mughal Empire will constantly rise and will have loads and loads of power, but only if you keep the utmost respect for all dharmas. If you respect everybody, you treat everybody nicely, and if you let everybody practice their own religion, you keep everybody safe. If at any point either yourself or any of your successors were to break this, that is when the Mughal Empire will come crashing down. So obviously, that promise that Babur made, the other emperors somewhat, made that promise at some point. They fulfilled that promise. But when it came to Aurangzeb, he completely broke it. So at that point, it had come to a point now where Guru Sahib had to make that decision now of what to do with the Mughal Empire now. And this is why they went quiet. So they went quiet for approximately 96 minutes. You can just imagine now you have 5, so we have, think about how much space you would need to cover 500 Brahmins, right? In a darbar, 500 Brahmins, you've got the other Sangat that are there as well, and you've got Guru Sahib. Complete silence for 96 minutes. That's if we sit here for silence for an hour and a half. Could you guys hack that? I'm the type of person, like at school, if there was complete silence, I would find it too awkward. I'd have to say something. So if I was in lesson, I'd have to just make something up and put my hand up because it would be too awkward. So imagine, and it's such a serious situation as well, the Kashmiri Pandits are probably feeling a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, and Guru Sahib are completely silent for 96 minutes, and they're thinking, what's going on? So now that there's another source here, this isn't written specifically in Suraj Prakash, but what's happening now is complete silence, and Guru Gobind Singh Ji now at this point, 9 years old. So we went through everyone's ages. I don't think anyone's below 9 years old here, are they? Kagar Singh, how old are you? 7? Okay. So that's like Guru Gobind Singh Ji, just 2 years older than you, very similar age to you. So Guru Gobind Singh Ji walk in and they've noticed the faces of everybody. They've noticed how upset everybody looks. They've noticed almost the tension within the room. 9 years old. And they go to their father and they say, Pitaji, what's happening? Why is everybody so upset? Why are the Brahmins why are their faces so sad? Why do they look so stressed? Why do they have so much anxiety on their face? And then Guru Sahib say, oh my dear son, these Pandits that have come, they've come from Kashmir specifically, and they've come because they're under a lot of danger. Aurangzeb has threatened to kill every single one of them. And then after Guru Sahib then say, oh my dear father, but why are you silent? And Guru Sahib says, it's because I'm trying to think about what to do. I'm trying to think about who can be that one person to save these Kashmiri Pandits from trouble. And Guru Gobind Singh Ji, in a different source, the source that I've looked at here is Gurbani Arth Bhandar. So at this point, Guru Gobind Singh Ji then say, oh my dear father, who is more powerful than you? Who is more courageous than yourself? You're that one person that can save the Kashmiri Pandits, nobody else. So this is at this point, the Kashmiri Pandits are completely shocked. A 9-year-old saying this about their father, the Sangat are shocked, and even Guru Sahib themselves are shocked. And they ask their son, oh my dear son, it's so beautiful that you're saying this, but do you understand what this means? This means that you won't have a father anymore. So you would have at this point sacrificed your father. Are you ready to make that sacrifice? And Guru Gobind Singh Ji then say, I am ready to make that sacrifice if it means that so many more thousands of families can keep their fathers. If they can have a father and they can have a full, complete family and they don't go through the dukh and pain, then I'm ready to sacrifice my father. And at this point, that's when Guru Sahib become very happy and they say, oh my dear son, this is such a beautiful thing that you've said. If you've said it, that's what shall happen. So then, what Guru Sahib then says, so at this point, the Pandits have stayed with Guru Sahib and they've spent so much time with them, they have so much love for Guru Sahib, that they say to them, Guru Sahib, whatever you say, we will do. We have accepted you as our Guru, as our God. So anything that you say, we will follow. Give us a hukam, give us an updesh, what should we do? We will gladly follow. And Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji then say, okay, do not stress, go straight to Delhi, and go to Aurangzeb and say to him that go call and invite Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji. And if Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji, our Guru, converts, then we shall easily, gladly follow along and we shall convert as well. So if you can convert Guru Sahib, then we will convert as well. Anything that our Guru does, we shall easily follow. So that is your goal. If you want us to convert, you first have to convert our Guru. And that's exactly what they do. They go to Delhi, they go meet Aurangzeb, but before so they stay with Guru Sahib for 2 to 3 days. They go to Delhi, they meet Aurangzeb in his court. You can see here in this picture, you can see Aurangzeb looks very angry, but then later on, he becomes very happy. He becomes very happy because he thinks to himself, I have hit the lottery now, I've hit the jackpot. I just have to convert one person. That's easy peasy, I can easily do that. I can do that in my sleep. So then he's talking to his Ghazis as well, which we will go through. Aurangzeb, throughout the course of his time, even though he's a very strong character, he's only able to make the decisions that he makes because of the people whispering stuff into his ears. He's only able to have the courage to do this kind of stuff because the Ghazis then say, yeah, come for it, do it. So what happens is he goes to the Ghazis, he asks for their advice. What do you guys think? Do you think we should allow this? And the Ghazis say, yes, 100% go for it. So Aurangzeb at this point thinks, easy peasy, I'll be able to do that. So what he does is he writes a message to Guru Sahib, he writes a letter, and it's almost to kind of get Guru Sahib to come to Delhi now to visit them. And it's all pretend. So he's written, oh, I've heard so much about you, Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji. I'm such a fan of your family. I've heard about Ram Rai and his miracles. And I'm very fond of you guys. Please, if you could come visit us in Delhi, I'll be so very happy. So he writes this and he sends 2 messengers over. And this is where the next bit of our Gatha starts. So what happens is, these royal messengers are called Ahadis. So specifically, what used to happen back in the day is when these messengers used to go to give a message, and they used to go all the way, now they have to go all the way to Anandpur Sahib, they would sit on manje, and then they would have 4 people from the specific village that they were visiting to carry them on a manja. So for example, I'm from Wolverhampton. The next town next to me is Dudley. The next town, is it Dudley? The next town over is Cosley, then it's Tipton, then it's Dudley. What is it for you guys? So what town are we in now?
Leicester City.
Leicester City. What's the town next to Leicester City? Oh, I forgot. Nottingham. Leicester's really small, isn't it? Sorry. Birmingham's massive. But if I say these towns, you'll understand, okay? So, say for example, some of you are from Leicester City, right? If that's a town. Okay, we've got 4 people from Leicester City. The messengers have come over. They've got 1 manja. You have to carry the manja and you have to take it over to the next town. Then the Ahadis have followed it to the next town. You take your break. You say goodbye. The next people from the next town then have to take them over, all the way up to Anandpur Sahib. So these Ahadis are living life on the manja, completely resting. And they think it's going to be so easy now to deliver this message to Guru Sahib. So they arrive. They arrive at the Darshni Dori, which is right before they enter the Darbar Sahib. They arrive at the gates and they think this is going to be so easy. Like, we're going to be able to get this letter, we're going to get promoted, we're going to get so much money, I can't wait. So they're getting very arrogant at this point. They're getting very, they have a lot of ego at this point. So they arrive and the Sangat are thinking, who are these people that have come unannounced? And what Guru Sahib say at this point is very almost disturbing, and the Sangat are very confused by what Guru Sahib say. But it's a metaphor that comes up constantly in the Gatha. Guru Sahib say that the Jamdoots are here. These 2 people that have come, they're the Jamdoots that have come to deliver a message. And now Bhai Mati Das Ji is very disturbed by this, and they're thinking, why is Guru Sahib mentioning Jamdoots out of all people? That's not a very, that's not a very lucky thing to say. That's a very kind of odd, scary thing to say. But that's what Guru Sahib say. So they finally arrive. They bala fateh to Guru Sahib. They get their darshan. And then, slowly but surely, they go there to deceive Guru Sahib. But they end up loving them. They end up loving Guru Sahib just because of Guru Sahib's energy, because of their aura, because of the time that they spend with Guru Sahib, because of the seva that they're able to do. Guru Sahib, also before they leave, Guru Sahib give them money and they give them like a box of mithai as well before they go. So they give them sweets. So you can't say no to sweets, can you? You can't say no to money. So eventually they stay with Guru Sahib for a couple of days and they send them the letter and they say, Aurangzeb is calling you. You need to come to Delhi. And Guru Sahib say that's absolutely fine. If Aurangzeb wants me to come to Delhi, I shall gladly do so, but I'm going to take my time coming to Delhi. I'm not going to come straight away because, again, this is going to come up in your quiz. The months around this time was around June, July. Does anybody know what the weather is like in June and July in Punjab? It's the summertime, so it's going to be very hot. And what happens during that time? It rains. Yes. So it rains, so it's very mucky, it's very hot. So Guru Sahib said, it's going to be hard for me to travel, so I'm going to take my time. And that's exactly what they did. So then the Ahadis are so touched by Guru Sahib's love that they're very happy and they go. They go easily. Guru Sahib then pack up, and now the Sangat are very confused as to what's happening, but Guru Sahib say, I'm going to go on my own, no one goes with me. And the Sangat are they're thinking, why is Guru Sahib saying this? Why do they want to go on their own? It doesn't make sense. But eventually 5 Gursikhs, then they change, 5 Gursikhs managed to convince Guru Sahib and say that we want to go with you. And the main person that goes with Guru Sahib, who does come up very constantly, is Bhai Mati Das Ji. So then, we have Guru Sahib's travels. So this is the map. And again, I've made a beautiful map myself. Thank you, ChatGPT. Thank you, Google Maps. You can see here, this is the route that Guru Sahib take. So if you ever wanted to copy this route, I know some people Gursikhs do, whenever they go on a yatra, they'll try and copy Guru Sahib's exact route. So you can see here, I mean, it would only take you 14 hours. Easy peasy. You could do that in a day, I'm joking. So if you wanted to split it up, these are all the areas that Guru Sahib go to. Obviously, these are the documented areas. Guru Sahib probably visited so many more, and they would spend nights at a time when they would rest. But the yellow ones are the main ones that the Gatha mentions. Again, beautiful map, thank you, ChatGPT. So, first they arrive, and I'm going to go very, very quickly because of timing. I'm going to try in the next 5 minutes, we'll finish. So I'll try and cover as many stories as possible, and then we'll carry on. So I'll quickly go through the map up to the point where Guru Sahib arrived to Agra. So Guru Sahib needed to go all the way to Delhi, but they go further on to Agra. But we'll go through that point next week. So first, Guru Sahib arrived to Kiratpur Sahib, and this is where they matha take, this is where they meet all of their family members, this is where they do ardas before they leave, and all of their family members are very upset, they're crying and they're saying, please Guru Sahib stay with us, so Guru Sahib stay for one night. All of these as well pictures, have you guys seen the vlog series that Basics of Sikhi have made of visiting in Punjab? So all of these pictures are from there, so you're getting first hand, what's it called? Exclusive content. So you can see here, then they go to Bhagatgarh Sahib, Bharatgarh Sahib, they stay for one night again. So one thing that Guru Sahib always do in the Gatha, you'll hear it, they'll stop for a night, they'll pack up, they'll go. They'll stop for a night and then they'll go. They'll only stay for longer if the Gursikhs do binti to Guru Sahib and ask them to stay for longer. And they'll always wait on the outskirts of the village, never on the inside, because it'll be easier for them to set up camp and leave. And also, they don't want to disturb anybody, so they don't want to, disrupt anything that's happening within the villages. Next, they went to another village called Mukaropur Sahib. So this is again another Sakhi of, there was a lady called Mai Mariji. She had a husband. They wanted a baby, but they couldn't conceive a baby. So what happened was they met Guru Sahib. They didn't intend to meet Guru Sahib, but they met Guru Sahib. And Maiji made food for her husband, but she gave it to Guru Sahib at that point. Guru Sahib only stayed there for one night. And then Guru Sahib asked them, anything that you want, ask for it and I shall give it to you. And they said that they were waiting for a child, or every time you go to a Guru Ghar, you'll see like this yellow sign. For those who have visited in Punjab, anytime you go to a historical Guru Ghar, they'll always have like a yellow sign and they'll write the ityas. So in this specific picture here, you can see the ityas that's written. So essentially what happened here is she wanted a son, but she was also worried that she was going to live longer than her husband. She wouldn't be able to see her husband for that long. So Guru Sahib then prophesied that Guru Gobind Singh Ji, their son, would also come to the same spot and sanctify the same spot. And her husband donated land, and they said that the amount of land that's been donated, so for example, they offered, it's 7, I can't pronounce that, I'm very, very sorry, I won't be able to pronounce that, but essentially the same amount that they donated, that's the amount of sons that they had. So then Guru Sahib blessed them with 7 sons. So that's the amount of, you can imagine, blessings that one would get just from doing seva. But what you're going to see is not everybody's like that. Some people would run away. Imagine, we have Guru Granth Sahib Ji, which is amazing, but imagine the time when people did not have Guru Granth Sahib Ji, they would wait constantly, they would dream about seeing Guru Sahib, right? And that time comes and they run away. So the amount of bad karam that they must have to not accept Guru Sahib at that point, but amount of good karam that some people have, that they're able to do seva of Guru Sahib and then achieve mukti, complete mukti, right? So this is a beautiful Sakhi. This is almost my favorite Sakhi. This is why I've got some pictures up here. So this is a main spot. So if you guys ever visit this spot, make sure you try and visit this Guru Ghar. So Guru Sahib go to Bahadur Garh Sahib. It's named after Guru Sahib now. It's called Bahadur Garh. But before it was called Saifabad in Patiala. So someone, the leader or the head of this town, was called Syed Saif Ali Khan, also known as Saifuddin. He founded this area called Saifabad in Patiala. So he realized when Guru Sahib Ji arrived, he was so happy He said to Guru Sahib, please, 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 whatever happens, Guru Sahib, stay at my house. I'll give you everything that you want. Please, it's my biggest dream that I can do your seva. And Guru Sahib at this point, they agree and they say, you know what, it is the hot monsoon season. I'm going to struggle to travel. Let me stay in Saifuddin's house. And it ended up to the point where Guru Sahib stayed for 4 months. A 4-month holiday in Saifabad. So Saifuddin would have daily sangat coming. So everyone found out Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib is in Saifabad, so everybody would come all over to visit Guru Sahib. So they would have sangat, kirtan, katha, darbars, langar, constant langar, fresh food, fresh sweets, fresh snacks, fruits. Then Saifuddin would go on walks with Guru Sahib constantly. They would have, one-to-one talks with Guru Sahib. They would play chess with Guru Sahib. They would go horse riding with Guru Sahib. So there was 4 beautiful months that Saifuddin was able to spend with Guru Sahib during this time. But then the time came with Guru Sahib realised that they had to leave. Another thing now at this point, what do you think is happening to Aurangzeb at this point? What do you think he's thinking?
Anxious.
Haji?
He's waiting for Guru.
Yeah, he's waiting, so he's anxious. So as Guru Sahib and as Saifuddin are having an amazing time, Aurangzeb is thinking, hello, what's going on? Guru Sahib promised that they would come and they haven't come yet, what's going on? So then what he does is, he goes, round them up, round the soldiers up. We have to get a search party for Guru Sahib because I don't know what's going on. He gets scared and anxious because what is he thinking now about the plan? What's his plan? To convert the whole of Hindustan. This plan is being delayed. His big project, his big mission, hello, what's happening? It's not happening, and he's getting anxious just thinking about this. On top of it, the Ghazis are going, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? So he's getting stressed from the Ghazis, and he's thinking, my plan is being delayed. So with the stress that he's feeling, he gets all of these soldiers, and he gets the soldiers to go find Guru Sahib. So what's happening is the soldiers are trying to find Guru Sahib go to a village. Soldiers have found Guru Sahib at the village, but no, Guru Sahib have gone. So then they go to the next village. It's like a wild goose chase. And what's happening is the Sangat find out and they hide Guru Sahib from the soldiers. So what happens here is Guru Sahib then say, okay, I have to go. Sorry, I have to go. They leave. They say goodbye to Saifuddin. All the other Guru Sikhs, they tell them to stay. 5 Guru Sikhs carry on with Guru Sahib. Next, they go to a pen called Samane. So, because of timing, I think this is the last Saki that I'm going to do, and then we'll do the rest of them. So this Saki is very, very nice. This Saki now, the person who was the head of this pind called Samane was a Pathan. In this pind, only Pathans, mostly Pathans stayed in this, so Muslims, right? What also, biggest thing that you need to know is, just because you were a Muslim doesn't mean that you had love for Guru Sahib. If anything, Muslims and Hindus had the utmost love for Guru Sahib. It was sometimes the Masans or sometimes the Guru Sikhs that were the ones that would run away. So these Musliman, his name was Umrah Muhammad Baks, but there's a different name for him called Jamal Khan Pathan. He is the cousin of Saifuddin. So he visited Guru Sahib in Saifabad and he thought, Guru Sahib will come to my pind now. Oh my God, I get to put on a big demand for Guru Sahib. And they do the same thing, they ask Guru Sahib. What happens is Guru Sahib build a tent outside. They go, they do ardas, they say, Guru Sahib, please, can you stay at mine as well, please? Can you stay at my cousin's house? You can stay at mine as well. And Guru Sahib say, really sorry, I spent 4 months, I do know, but I have to make a leave. So I can't technically stay at your house, but you can stay at ours. You're more than welcome to stay as long as you want. That's exactly what Jamal Khan does. He stays with Guru Sahib. As he starts to get a little bit tired, he makes his way, he starts walking, and I want you guys to imagine this, how crazy this story is, right? He makes his way, he's going down an alleyway. Think about the roads here. I love Leicester, don't get me wrong, but these roads here are a little bit dodgy. I can't walk on those roads on my own, but imagine, right, Jamal Khan walking on these roads on his own, in an alleyway. Next thing you know, he sees soldiers saying, where's Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji? Where's Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji? Shouting on the top of their lungs. He stops like this and he thinks, he literally gulps and he thinks, oh, what am I going to do now? What's going on? These soldiers are looking for Guru Sahib. What do you think he does? What do you think he does, guys? You think he runs away? Okay, I'll tell you now, I'll give you a spoiler. This person is a goodie, they're not a baddie. So what do you think they do? Yes. Try to hide Guru Sahib. Beautiful. So what they do is, they get all flustered up, but you know when you feel adrenaline, you don't know what you're doing. You just go for it. He runs back to Guru Sahib all the way, and he can't breathe. His face has gone pale. He doesn't know what to say, and he's thinking, he can't get his words out. He's thinking, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then Guru Sahib is saying, slow down, what's happened? Why has your face gone all pale? Take a breath, it's okay, you're here, you're safe, what's happened? Finally gets his words out and he says, Guru Sahib, there's soldiers that are looking for you. Whatever happens, you can't stay here, they're going to find you, whatever happens. So then, Guru Sahib is thinking, no, I have to stay here. If anything, what I'll do is I'll pack my bags and go. And Jamal Khan says, no, you're not. And Guru Sahib, you can't do this. You can't let them find you. Let's do this. As he's speaking, they get Guru Sahib, they grab Guru Sahib's horses, think about it, 5 Guru Sikhs and Guru Sahib, 6 horses. Yeah, remember this. Grab the horses and they say to Guru Sahib, you're coming with me. Guru Sahib, you have to come with me. I have a special location because I'm a very rich person. I have a special location. You have to come with me. Grab Guru Sahib, pull Guru Sahib on the horse and they dip, they run, they ride as fast as they can. And where do they go? They go to a beautiful, beautiful fort, a special secret location that obviously the leader Pathan owns a separate fort. And he makes sure Guru Sahib goes in there, stays in the little quarters in the corner. He locks all the doors of the house and he says to the servants, under no circumstances are you to tell anybody that Guru Sahib is staying in this fort. Okay, what happens? The soldiers, for what they are, they're actually quite clever. What they do is they do a special investigation and they find Guru Sahib at the fort. How do they do this? They follow the horse's footsteps. So they get a little, tip. They follow the footsteps of the horses and they go outside to the fort. And what do? And they say, open up, whoever is at this door, open up. We are here under instructions of Aurangzeb to find Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji. And Jamal Khan opens the door and says, excuse me, do you know what the time is? Why are you at my door at this time? It is, for example, 12 o'clock in the morning, I need my beauty sleep. I don't appreciate you opening my door at this time. And the officers say, we are here under orders of Aurangzeb and we have, after following a line of inquiry, we have come under the conclusion, blah, 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 blah. So they're using all of this police talk. We have come under the conclusion that you are hiding Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji in your house. And you need to allow us into your house. What do you think Jamal Khan does? Do you think he says, yeah, Guru Sahib is in here, come in? Do you think they say that? Nope. Thank God. Good. Jamal Khan now puts on this whole act, this whole dramatic act. Full confidence. He's not scared at all. And we should all do this in life, right? When it comes to protecting our Guru, when it comes to protecting ourselves, full confidence. Because no matter what, Guru Sahib will protect us. So what he does is he says, how dare you put such an allegation upon me? Do you know who I am? I am the lead Pathan of this town. If the other Pathans find out that you have accused me of this, how embarrassing will that be for me? How dare you? I'm going to give you one more chance to retract your statement and take away that allegation that you just put on me. If you don't, then just watch what happens. He just does that. And the officers are thinking, I think we've hit the wrong house here. I think we've hit the wrong person because why is this person reacting like this? So then, what the officers do is they say, sorry, my bad. We made a mistake, really sorry, we apologise. We'll make our leave. Really sorry to have disturbed you at this time. And he says, yes, you best leave, go, thank you very much. I don't appreciate what you did. So then they leave. As Jamal Khan closes the door and he turns around, who does he see? He sees Guru Sahib. And Guru Sahib have a big smile on their face, massive smile on their face. And they say, Jamal Khan, you know what? I'm very pleased. I'm very, very happy with you. Because of what you've done. Because you protected me, because you kept me, and you never betrayed me. And before this, you will live in constant peace. You will be mukt forever. And death will never, ever, ever trouble you. Death will never touch you. So that's what happens. So you have some people that protect Guru Sahib. We've seen the goodies now. But after, you're going to see the baddies. You're going to see what happens to the baddies. And it's so unfortunate what happens to these people because they just, all they need to do is just follow the bachan of Guru Sahib. But we realize how hard that is for some people. Even for us as well in our life. Sometimes we think, what am I doing that's so wrong? But it's just sometimes we just struggle as human beings. But listening to this katha and listening to what other people do, you realise that it's a constant thing that we face as a human race. But with Guru Sahib Ji's kirpa and with Guru Sahib Ji's love and pyar, we're able to come back. Some people, what they do is, they make a mistake, but then they come back. And do you think Guru Sahib forgives them when they come back? Guru Sahib will always forgive you because Guru Sahib loves you no matter what. So, I apologise for going over. I know hopefully the chips and beans aren't cold, but we'll see. It's chips and beans at the end of the day. You can't go wrong with chips and beans. So, we're going to leave it here. Again, this is a Guru card here in Smarne. It's called Godra Sri Tara Sahib, mostly in Patiala. So the area that we've covered in the map is Patiala. We've still got loads to cover, but we'll cover it next week. Okay? Any questions? No? Okay. So every time I do finish off, I finish off with a specific shabad. And what I do is I ask the Sangat, the stories, all the stories that we've gone through so far, our goal is now to kind of connect to them, help ourselves connect to it. So I'm going to go around in a circle now and ask you guys, out of all the stories that I told you, what's your favourite one so far? And when we read this shabad together with our eyes closed, I want you to imagine that Saki playing in your mind. I want you to use that to connect to Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji. So we'll go around. Who wants to go first? Good. What do you think would be your favourite thing that you want to imagine? Say that once more. Last bit. Yes. Okay. Good. Jamal Khan. The end. Saki. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. Very good. Yes, Padi. What would be your favourite one?
My favourite movie was Guru Kusi.
Perfect. That's a really nice one. Yes, Buddy?
From starting to the end.
From everything. You're just going to have a whole movie playing in your mind as we do it. That's perfect. That's actually a good thing. I gotta sing. What's your favourite? Come on, pick your favourite thing. Did you say all of it? You can say all of it. You can say the easy answer and say all of it. What's your favourite? The end bit? Okay. What about yours? Puts the actor. That's my favourite as well. He's a very good actor. Baji at the back, what was your favourite?
The one with Guru Gobind saying
Okay, perfect. Very nice. There was some very, very special bits for me. I think mostly mine was when Saifdeen was spending 4 months with Guru Sahib, playing chess. What I'm going to do is just imagine them playing chess with Guru Sahib, taking walks at a park with Guru Sahib in the gardens, eating fresh fruit with Guru Sahib. Imagine that, spending one-on-one time with Guru Sahib. I'd love that. So that's what I'm going to imagine. So what we'll do is, I'll sit down for this one. We'll sing the shabad. I think all of you guys have heard it before, huh? We'll go through it together, and then we'll bula fateh, and then we'll finish. Okay? Okay, perfect. So close our eyes. I'll sing, you guys sing along, okay? Okay. Let's all close our eyes. Again, imagine the movie playing inside your mind. All of the sakyan that we've covered, imagine that being you connecting with Guru Sahib, spending that one-on-one time with Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji, especially for next week as well when the Shaheedi Purb comes up. Okay. Satnam Sri Vaheguru Sahib Ji, Tegh Bahadur Simriya, Tegh Bahadur Simriya. Tegh Bahadur Simriya, Tegh Bahadur Simriya, Tegh Bahadur Simriya, Tegh Bahadur Simriya. Karno nid avataye, Karno nid avataye,
Karno nid avataye.
ਨਿਤ ਆਵੇ ਤਾਏ ਕਰਨੋ ਨਿਤ ਆਵੇ ਤਾਏ
ਕਰਨੋ ਨਿਦ ਆਵੇ ਤਾਏ ਕਰਨੋ ਨਿਦ ਆਵੇ ਤਾਏ
ਸਭ ਥਾਈ ਹੋਏ ਸਹਾਏ ਸਭ ਥਾਈ ਹੋਏ ਸਹਾਏ
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 ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਸਿਮਰਿਐ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਸਿਮਰਿਐ
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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ enjoyed that. Please forgive me for any mistakes that I've made, and I'll see you all next week. We'll try and cover even more itias. And yes, I hope you enjoyed it.